haven't worn these in a while. I don't think I ever wore these in a video. I'm on Patron, tequila. I'm drunk off margaritas. Hey, y'all. That's why I never wore them, 'cause I can't see in these things. All right, so I told you guys on Twitter that I was gonna do this Real Housewives of Banana review, and I'm trying to start this new thing with this whole taking notes thing. I'm not really good with like impromptu, or I'm better with impromptu videos instead of like writing notes down. But then I get off on tangents, and then I be all confused and discombobulated. And you've seen that in the past 98 videos of mine. So I'm trying something new with the notes. I'm gonna try to stay on task and get through this video in under 8 minutes, which means I have 7 right now. So, Real Housewives of Atlanta yesterday started with Phaedra and her, and she is really serious about this whole funeral home business. I don't think Apollo's too, on board with it. Who's this? You're messing up my time. I don't think he's too on board with it, but I love her slogan. It's funerals worth dying for. I think that's like super catchy for a funeral home, and I'm mad some funeral homes around this part haven't thought of that slogan first, because I want to be buried somewhere where the slogan is funeral is worth dying for. I like that a lot. So that's that segment. Okay, so then Cynthia and Peter decided they were going to go salsa dancing. And for y'all who missed last week's episode, Cynthia opened up her little Bailey's agency for fashion or dancing, or I mean, not dancing, but modeling, whatever it's called. She opened that up. She got ready to thank Peter, and his ass is long gone somewhere smoking on a cigarette. Left the party. They ain't say nothing, ain't say bye, no kiss, no see babe, nothing. He just hit it down the highway. He was probably at home in the bathtub by the time she got ready to start thanking him. So, and then the next episode, they out dancing or taking salsa lessons. And to salsa dance with somebody, you gotta be real, together. Well, you ain't gotta be that together, but to seriously salsa, you gotta be together with the person that you dancing with, the partner. They ain't together, and I think Peter's a creep, just as a BTW. And he said the reason why their marriage is, they haven't been out in a while, so that could be a factor in their marriage. And the reason they haven't been out because it's a recession. Don't blame your effed up marriage on a recession. I think in this situation, Peter is the venom in this marriage, if you ask me, because I just don't like his attitude for some reason. Like the stuff that went down with her and her sister, and what her mom and her sister did when they took the marriage certificate or license or whatever the hell it was called. When they took that, yes, that was foul. But get the fuck over it. It happened like 2 years ago. Well, now it'll probably be 2 years ago. Get over it. And he keep bringing that same thing up. Your sister do me so wrong, and your mother don't like me. I don't give a fuck about them. Fuck them niggas. And that's what he always talk. It always comes back to that same thing. And he can't get over it. So Cynthia is always crying and boo-hooing. My husband don't love me because my sister stole my marriage certificate. And I just be like, you know what? Y'all just need to. We get into that in a while. But I am, however, glad that she finally told him, like, look, you rude. You need to listen. You can't communicate with me, and you need to get together. I'm glad she finally told him that. Kim. We jumped to Kim in her new house that I completely love. I love her new house. So glad she got that janky ass townhouse. But one thing I will say, I've seen them Versace plates. Now I know Versace ain't cheap, but those are plates, flatware, and she paid $500 per plate set. I counted 10 cups on that table. You do the math, but you paid $500 for them plates. Well, Papa probably paid $500 for them plates. But your daughter has that little Rockstar plaque from Target in her room. How do I know it came from Target? Bam, because I got the same damn one from Target, and it was $9.99. That's how I know. I seen that thing on the little when they did the unveiling of her house, and I was like, I've seen that Rockstar plaque before. I was like, that's at Target, and it's on sale this week. So I'm like, but you got $500 plates. or excuse me, you got 10 sets of $500 placeware sets, which y'all do math. I'm never good with math with like zero. I'm getting off track again. I'm sorry. And her daughter, Brielle, I think that's her name. She need her ass beat. I don't know who she thought she was talking to, but she got the right mama because she know Kim ain't gonna beat her ass. But hopefully Corey just smack her ass down once and she again like who was she talking to? Well, I don't feel like helping and I'm just gonna say her. Then she put her feet on the table. That would have been the last straw. I wouldn't have had a foot. Kunta. I wouldn't have had a foot had I put my foot on Debbie's table. But that's beyond the point. That's the difference between a black mama and a white mama. Well, I take that back. That's the difference between Kim and Debbie. Because I know some white mamas that don't play that. So after them, we jump to Candy. Is it just me or is Candy getting boring this season? Because she making me yawn for real. Like sleepy. Yeah. Now she wants to be a country star or country write for country music artists, and after they finished doing the song, it sounded decent. And it's always she had to put some liquor in the song. Like, do people think country music is all about getting drunk? And be that as it may, most of it does talk about being drunk, but she just had to put that in there. Don't put your liquor down or something like that. I think she should really just stick with her little her R&B, no scrubs, bills, bills, bills type music because I doing her good so far. Nene, or as Kim would say, Moose Nene. I find it so funny that Kim calls her Moose Nene. She don't even call her Nene no more. It's Moose Nene. Like Moose is her first name and Nene is her last name. It's Moose Nene. So I put on my notes, because Nene annoys me. Like I don't even like. I used to love Nene. Like she was my favorite character, but now I just can't with her because she is quote unquote very rich, and I just don't like her attitude and the way she walked. Like I don't like the way she walks either. Oh, and her new best friend Marlo, who we gonna get on in a few, been arrested 7 times. BTW. I'm just gonna put this out there as like um a not peripheral. It's a P word. Premonition. Premonition. I think Marlo is gonna be in the next season. She's gonna be a housewife. I bet. One of these seasons, I don't know when it's gonna be, but she's gonna be a housewife. I bet. And Jesus, she gonna. Oh, and yeah, they new best friends. I believe they got something in common. That man, that football player dude. So Sheree, I want to know when is Chateau Sheree like built yet? Because I want to see it. Because when she pulled up to Cynthia or Kim's house, I was like, oh look, that's Chateau Sheree. Then she walked in the door, I was like, that's Kim damn house. So that juice she was drinking looked good. And I want to know why on this episode there wasn't much of Sheree. Like they didn't show her doing nothing but trying to teach Kim fat ass how to do a plank. And Lord knows Kim ain't gonna be doing no planks. And she hardly drunk that juice. Kim's one of those people who would rather, like Sheree said, she would rather go get her a lift tuck, flip it and reverse it, and be done. And be in a bikini in 2 days. That's the type of person Kim is. She's not one of those people. I say, okay, Phaedra is still crazy in this funeral home. No, Phaedra's crazy in the funeral home. Candy and her 10-gallon hat and her boots. Moose Nene again. We back in Nene. Her and Marlo. What the hell was they doing in that sophisticated, elegant looking party? Is what I want to know. They just did not belong. If you ask me, they were not supposed to be there. They probably crashed the party or something, but they was not supposed to be there. No way. You can't pay me enough to believe that you got an invitation that said Marlo or Moose Nene come to this party, this jewelry event fundraiser. There's no way. I don't believe it. And then it was just me, or has anybody else noticed that Nene's smile is like when she smiles, it's like plastered on her face for a while, and she can't like. It's like, and then it's just like stuck for a little while, and then like slowly it comes down. Then she's back to a straight face. But when she put a smile on, it's plastered, and I don't know if it was stuck or what, but you can't do it. And oh, and another thing I want to say about Nene. How she gonna come up in the party with them shoes on? And oh, look at this jewelry, look at this jewelry. She didn't buy nothing, but she's very rich. Remember that. She is very And I put emphasis on very. She is very rich, but she didn't buy nothing. But Marlo bought that $4,700 ring, or 47 comma 000 $47,000 ring. She bought that. If Marlo can afford a $47,000 ring and all she doing is boning people, apparently Nene and her very rich behind should be able to buy something. Celebrity apprentices ain't paying that much. Your little sideline apprentices ain't paying that much, Nene. This is what she makes me sick now. Sorry. Um. Okay, then we jump back to Phaedra and Apollo coming in their office, and I thought some type of raunchy office rendezvous was about to jump off. I was like, oh, get ready for this. But they was talking about Apollo is gonna think on being in this whole funeral thing. I don't think he gonna go through with it though eventually. And boom in the tomb. I'm mad she's selling, and I'm mad she was using her husband as like a fishing rod for this whole like funeral service. Like she said, he's gonna carry the caskets because he's strong, and he can be there because he's quote unquote has sex appeal to yield the young women in and stuff like that. I'm like, are you like selling your husband for $1? Essentially, I ain't mad at you. I mean, if he lets you, that's up to y'all. But whatever. And then the final scoop with Cynthia and Peter, they finally went and got some type of counseling. You asked me, we wouldn't have made it to breakfast the next morning before we would have been to counseling after you left my event and ain't tell me bye or nothing. And I try to thank you, and you at home in the bathtub smoking a cigar watching Lifetime. Oh no, we're going to somebody's counseling, or we going to a divorce court or something, because that just wasn't right. And it's like I'm just mad they're doing all this. It took them this long to like catch that Peter's like he don't listen, he's controlling, he's a psycho if you ask me. I still think he's a psycho after that stunt he pulled at what's her name's baby shower, Kim's baby shower, and especially when he was going off on what's Cynthia's sister name? I forget, Mel or Melanie, or I don't know. And when she called him a dinosaur, I died. I was like, "Oh, I know what you meant, Cynthia. You called him a dinosaur, and we completely understand." And then the little counselor man gonna try to clean it up. No, you know she called him a dinosaur. I ain't mad at it. He is a dinosaur. He's a fossil. He is a fossil. If he anything, he's a fossil. Um, I think that they're screaming divorce. If you ask me, they might as well just file the papers and get it done. Cause I don't think they need to make it. And if they do, Cynthia gonna be mentally disturbed by the time she turned 50. She about 47 now. Is she like 47, 48? I think she said she was 48. Something like that. She gonna need a helmet by the time she turned 50. Oh, I'm sorry. She'll need a helmet. Okay. And I just don't get, like, how do you go home after having that type of conversation, like with your husband or wife? Like, what do? You just go home. How do you think that went, babe? Like, I wouldn't want to talk after that. I would be like, you know what? Go home, go sleep, wake up in the morning, then maybe a fresh start. Maybe that'll help. But I just couldn't go home. Like, maybe we need to sleep in a hotel for the night or something, separate hotel rooms, because I wouldn't want to go home. I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. So that was it. Next week, Kim and Nene gonna be in a room together again, and Mama Candy gonna try to get them to talk, which I'm gonna be excited about. 'Cause I can't wait to see if somebody says something. So I said less than amen. So look at this, 1402. God damn. Sorry y'all, but it was well worth it, I'm sure. All right. Thanks for watching. Love y'all. Peace. Tweet me. All that stuff. Me. It's going down there. Peace.